Shalom. Call all y'all about Shem, y'all. It's just another quick video I want to make as I'm out here watching the news. And this coming to fruition, man. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 16. And I'm going to start at verse 14. Better yet, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." And they ain't talking about an actual literal sword, they just talking about guns. Because you look up the word swords, it'll break that down. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of the action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in the city, and shall not be able." Which, recently, that shit just happened to me. I almost wasn't even able to get home, because they had the stuff blocked off and locked off. And it's just going to get to another point where everything really going to be shut down. Ain't going to be no, all right, we're just going to have a curfew for 1 or 2 days, and then that's it. It's just going to be a complete lockdown. And verse 18 said, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And that's why when you read the scriptures in the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1, it says 7 women should take hold of 1 man. Because it ain't talking about no average man. It ain't talking about no weak, bitch-ass nigga that's out here roaming around. You know, and don't mind the rough speech, because that's all it is, just rough speech. Like Paul says, "But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, for I've been made fully manifested before you." So, hey, speaking of these scriptures and speaking on a little rough speech, don't nobody want to hear no soft talking anyway. But the main point though, when this stuff pop off, they say men should be afraid. These same niggas you see around, be all clicked up and ganged up and all that. A lot of them gonna be scrambling like little bitches. And the women that normally flock to them, where you think they gonna go at? I ain't even gotta answer that. But anyway, it says in verse 19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation." And hey, that's about to pop off on a high level, man. In this video right here, you got this guy here arming people with guns and shit. And you got these militias, these Edomites. They sticked up too already and training. Out there in the woods is all that shit out there. And I've been to the countryside, so it's easy to go out in the woods and go shooting. You ain't got to go to no shooting range. You can go in the woods, ain't no police coming, none of that. So Esau, that's where they like to go at, in the wilderness, in the woods. Let me let this video play.
I told there's another group they're meeting with there, and then they'll be moving in a few minutes, so be ready.
Somebody over the age of 18 know how to use a gun? Take the clip out and put it back in. No one's gonna like fucking ask me walking in here. Nah, just come right back in.
Hell no, bruh. Hey, keep that down.
Hey, man, Rasty, you got my phone? I got you.
Someone called you a proud boy.
So look, man, stuff like this, the Most High gonna put the spirit on both sides to go at with each other and simultaneously wipe each other out. That's why in this scripture right here in the book of 2 Ezra, it says there should be sedition among men. It says that one people shall stand up and fight against another. And yeah, let me go into this real quick now, end this off. It's in the book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 23. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. Now, who is that talking about? Which nation's stronger than who on this planet right now? Nah, yeah, Esau got their military and all that shit, but that's their blessing right now. But when it come down to physique, your physical abilities and stuff like that, hey, our people dominate them. You see the sports. Even if you want to take it to a scholar level, I should say. You got a lot of Jake, man. Like even back in ancient Rome and ancient Greece, them periods like that. Even in Egypt, our people was always them top scholars and stuff, top historians, top scribes. That's why it says that one people should be stronger than the other. Even in ancient Babylon, you read the stories about Ezra, Daniel, and all the different prophets before Jeremiah. Those were top men amongst these heathens. And even though they was ruling, they still had some type of position. Now, when it says, and the elder shall serve the younger, if you know the age frame, Jacob and Esau, when they came out, Esau came out first, and Jacob was holding his heel. Esau is the oldest, and he gonna serve the younger brother. So, when they talk about the saints shall take the kingdom and possess it forever and ever, what you talking about, the Israelites, the elect of Israel, these Edomites did escape through their little space station and their space hotels and their bunkers and stuff when all this destruction come. They gonna serve the younger, in which we, the younger, shall want.